What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to our channel here at Vagabond Builds. And today we're bringing you a comparison video between two cars. And to my right, I have the all-new 2024 Kia Telluride in the SX trim. And we're going to be comparing that to the 2024 Kia Carnival, and we're going to be showing you guys the specs, exterior and interiors of both these cars. But before we do, because it is not a sponsored video and we truly need and appreciate your guys' support, please tap that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you have something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us so we can talk details later. A special shout out and a thanks to Roseville Kia here at the Roseville Auto Mall in Roseville, California, for providing us these beautiful cars for this review. Keep watching and stay tuned, because we're also going to be dropping those MSRP stickers so you guys get an exact idea of what comes on these cars and the price tag on top. Now let's go ahead and talk Kia Carnival and Kia Telluride. So now let's kick this comparison video off with talking some specs. Now I'm going to be starting off with the 2024 Kia Telluride, and what do we get under this hood is a 3.8 liter gas engine at a V6, and it is paired together with the 8-speed automatic transmission, giving you 291 horsepower with 262 pounds-feet of torque. A little bit about the MPG: 20 city, 26 highway, and a 22 combined with the 18.8 gallon gas tank size. The Telluride comes standard front-wheel drive, but there's an all-wheel drive option if you guys would like to opt in for that. Let's go ahead and head over to the side of the car. Let's talk length, width, and height in inches. Starting with the length, 197 inches, 78 inches in width, and 71 inches in height, with a 5,000-pound towing capacity. Now, if you do have the upgraded version, you get up to 5,500 pounds of towing capacity. Now, if we come over to the Carnival, now, of course, this is a different trim, EX, but we're not focusing on exact trims right now. But the cars in general, it comes with the 3.5 liter V6 gas-powered engine paired together with the 8-speed automatic transmission, giving you 290 horsepower with 262 pounds-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive only on the Carnival. A little bit about the MPG: 19 city, 26 highway, and a 22 combined with a 19-gallon gas tank size. Let's head over to the side of the car. Length, width, and height in inches: 203 inches in length, 89 inches in width, and that's with the side mirrors, 68 inches in height with a 3,500 pound towing capacity, everybody. Now, let's go ahead and shut these hoods and show you guys the differences or the look between the Carnival and the Telluride, okay? Now, again, this is the SX trim. This is the EX, all right? But we're gonna go ahead and bring the front ends to you guys. Starting with the Telluride, you have the dual eye LED headlights. We left the hazards on so you guys get an idea of what that looks like. The trim work with that silver and that kind of matte dark gray look. You do get the camera in the SX trim. The bumper sensors integrated into that mid area of that front bumper cover. And then you have the fog lights on the Telluride with active air vents to run over that air over to the wheel area, okay? Now, coming over to the Carnival, you don't have lenses on your headlights. Again, yes, you do have just one little lens, but this kind of looks like a naked headlight without that big clear lens. Hazards, daytime running lights in the kind of piano black glow. Oh, it's not a piano black, it's more of a dark gunmetal gray look. No camera on the EX trim. Bumper sensors integrated into that bumper cover. Again, no fog lights, but you do have active air running over to that wheel area on the Carnival, okay? So these are the two front ends. Let's go ahead and shoot over to the sides themselves, and let's go ahead and talk wheel area. Now, what do we see that we get on the Carnival? We get a dual color rim in the black gloss with the machine surface silver. What tires are they running? They are running the Goodyear Assurance tires at a 235/55/19, and the suspension system is a spring strut suspension. Coming over to the Telluride, we have literally the same exact colors in the black gloss with the machine surface silver, but again, the different design, and they're running the Pirelli Scorpions all season. So better tire on the Telluride just throughout, but the suspension is the spring shock strut suspension. Wheel well trims. I'm a fan of the Carnival because the less trim, the better, but it also keeps the same color as the car, just giving it more of a richer look, to where here out the Telluride, you got that matte black plastic trim. Okay, now this does take a beating, but we do got to remember that this does kind of fade out down the line. Side mirrors, we left the side mirrors, okay, kind of same color idea, color of the car on top, black gloss on the bottom. You get the 360 camera on the SX trim here. Now, blind spot assist on both. The doors, let's go ahead and open the doors. This is what the doors look like, all right. And the trim on the bottom near the rocker panel area. Matte black plastic trim here on the side of the Carnival. But here we come over to the Telluride, you get that kind of hyper silver matte look with, again, that matte black plastic trim coming over from the front to the side. Keyless fob entry on the Telluride. On the EX trim, no keyless fob, but you can lock the doors from the outside. Up top on the Carnival, you do not get the roof rails. To here on the Telluride, you get the roof rails, so a little bit more kind of idea of off-roading if you're taking it to the mountain for the all-wheel drive. Carnival is going to be more of a city. You got the kids going on, park, stuff like that. Telluride is going to be, yes, the park, but also the mountain and all that good stuff. Shooting over to the rear ends, get a load okay. Now, you have that back glass, very nice. I'm a fan of that, more of the bigger glass here in the back, so the back row seat or the third row seats can look outside as well, right? One thing I forgot to mention though, again, you have the regular SUV door with a nice big entryway for the Kia Telluride. But again, here is the door to the Carnival, which again, it is a whole lot more convenient getting into the car. If you're in a tight parking space, you're not opening the door out, but it's sliding back. Just take that into consideration. You press this button and you can literally close that door. Now again, back to the rear ends. Telluride starting with the top, spoiler, integrated brake lighting, your wiper for that back glass, Telluride Kia with the camera right over that license plate. Dropping down, you got that kind of matte hyper silver look with the bumper sensors integrated, the dual tip exhaust, and that matte black plastic down here finishing off that rear end. Backup lights, parking reflectors, and the LED rear tail lights. Carnival, up top, spoiler, integrated brake lighting, the wiper itself is tucked in here, giving it more of a cleaner look on the back with that kind of glossy hyper silver look. That full bar going across in that LED tail light look. The back end of this is not LED, okay? So it just kind of looks LED, but it's not. Got your tailgate lift button down here. Your camera for the Carnival is right over the license plate. And then the bumper sensors going across with the matte black plastic and then finishing off with that kind of gloss silver look. Backup lights, your hazards, and then your parking reflectors. Let's go ahead and pop open both tailgates and let's go ahead and talk cargo area. Sitting there at the Carnival with all your seats in place, everybody, you get a whopping 40 cubic feet of space. If we're to drop the second and the third row seats down, you get a max capacity of 145 cubic feet of space. Let's go ahead and show you guys a little bit about what that looks like. Now, if we have to go ahead and drop this headrest, pull this, drop that down. Now, this is why I'm a fan of literally the minivans. Oh, we got to drop this headrest. Because look at that room. This is just the third row seating. This is insane amount of room. We can remove those seats as well. Drop whatever you want. Dishwashers, bikes, snowboards, skis, anything. 12-volt outlet here on the right with some tie downs and cubby room there on the left as well. Your spare tire is up on the passenger side under that second row seat of the car. Let's go ahead and press that button, electric closed tailgate, very nice and convenient. But let's go ahead and talk some cargo area of the Telluride. Now, if we have all the seats in place, you get about 21 cubic feet of space, to whereas if we were to drop the third and second row, you can drop that third row and you get about 87 cubic feet of space. So literally you are losing a whole lot of cargo area in the Telluride. 87 cubic feet of max space compared to 140 on the Carnival. Now you decide what space you want. Again, this is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and lift this lid. Spare tire is under the car. And then you got some more cubby room with your tire situation going on on the left. Now, let's go ahead and pop this back up. Okay, you got some tie downs on the right and the left for groceries and things of that sort. But again, if we wanted to drop that second row, you have an electrical unit there to drop that second row. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. Drops that second row with the 12-volt outlet right under that, all right? Now we're pretty much done with the cargo area on this as well. Now that we spoke specs, exterior, show you guys cargo, let's go ahead and show you guys the interiors. Now inside the 24 Telluride, so Telluride interior, and get a load of how this looks with the trim, multiple things going on with the silver, the black, and then that kind of natural wood inlay look. Again, and then that leather feel on the wrapped dash. Seating itself, perforated, the heated and ventilated seats, electric controls, all right? And this car itself, the SX, does come with the Harman Kardon premium sound system inside their car. Lockable passenger glove compartment. Again, controls. Let's go ahead and show you guys the temperature controls, dual climate control here in the front. And this is what it kind of looks like. You can shut that off. You got your hard buttons there for your navigation in that 12.3-inch screen. Let's go ahead and show you guys how that looks home. Touch sensitive, responsive, very nice and convenient. In arm's way or arm's length feel, so you don't feel like you have to lean forward. Okay, and then let's go ahead and show you guys the climate, how that looks like. So what the climate looks like, the temperatures, go back home. And then we could go ahead and show you guys the setup of the car so you guys get an idea of what that looks like. We go to vehicle, and you get all that driving convenience and all that stuff. You can change the cluster, the illumination, and all that good stuff. Now, this is what the cluster looks, full digital driver cockpit cluster screen, all right? Now, you can go through the info cards right there by your buttons on your steering wheel here on the right. You also have the lane assist, cruise control, the crash warning, the leather wrapped steering, the quad spoke steering. Behind that, you have the windshield wiper controls and then the lighting controls here on the left. Manual controlled steering column. On the left-hand side of the manual controlled steering column, a few buttons, traction control, liftgate button, hill decline assist, and your lighting button for your dashboard. Controls to your windows here on the left on the driver door panel. Controls for those side mirrors. Those are automatic foldable side mirrors. Go ahead and press that. And then right above that, you get the memory seating, up to 2 settings for that memory seating with the Harman Kardon premium sound. Cup holders down there with some cubby room, all right? Now, center console, let's finish off with that. We go ahead and lift this lid. Wireless charging pad, USB-C, USB-A plug-in, and a 12-volt outlet. Some little room there for chapstick change. Cup holders, shift lever, drive modes. You get up to 4 different drive modes inside the Telluride. Parking sensors buttons, your camera button here that opens us up to the cameras on the infotainment screen. And you get different angles of that camera with the 360 look on that camera. Let's go ahead and go back home. Auto hold parking button, very convenient spot so you're not sitting there and looking for that parking button every time it's on. Removable tray, USB-C plug-in here as well, so you get 2 USB-Cs and a USB-A plug-in. And cubby room. Up top, tilt and slide sunroof option with a manual visor. And then you also get that second row glass with an electrical visor controlled from this front control unit here right over your center console. But again, you get the nice LED lighting here in the SX Telluride, which I'm a fan because it's not that soft yellow. But we're done showing you guys the front. Let's go ahead and show you guys second and third row. Second row seating inside the Telluride with the captain seating. Now you do have the option of getting the bench seat, but again, I'm going to show you guys the way to control these seats. You got the lever here, a bunny hop button right there, and then your manual lever to moving the seat forward and back. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. Bunny hop that seat just like that. In front of the seats, we have pockets for personal belongings, USB-C plugins on the side of the front seats, cup holders in between that with a 12-volt plug-in outlet on the back of that center console. Right over us, we have that big glass that I was telling you about from the front, your climate controls. We're going to show you guys how to control that and how it looks. Climate controls, and then we could go ahead and shut it off with your vents right over your lap area for that airflow and your snap handles. I'm about 6 feet 2 inches, so the leg room and the head clearance is completely there on the Telluride, along with the Carnival as well. Manual sun visors, and then the Harman Kardon back here as well on the back door panels. Let's go ahead and bunny hop this seat forward and show you guys what the third row seat looks like. Third row seating, if we left the seat in its place, legroom is there. So again, I'm pretty tall. My head is slightly touching that top liner. But again, you got that seatbelt there. Vents up top. If you got animals, people sitting back here, they're not going to be feeling as claustrophobic. Pretty big back glass for that third row seating. On the left-hand side of me sitting here, you get the USB-C plug-in, cup holders, one cup holder, and some personal area here and here, okay? On the right, you also get a USB-C plug-in with the same exact setup of the cup holders. Very nice. So guys, we're pretty much done with showing you guys the Telluride. Let's go ahead and show you guys the Carnival. So now inside the 2024 Carnival, and get a load of the differences from the Telluride over to the Carnival. Just feeling a whole lot more space in the Carnival. The dashboard completely different with the trim work. The glove compartment is not lockable. Passenger seating in the Syntex material. Now this is a manual controlled seat. Lever here for the backrest, and then your manual lever here to move it forward and back. Center console itself, got the big cubby room there. Personal room for some chapstick. Your heated seats, but no ventilated seats in the EX. The camera button there as well, just for that back camera. Let's go ahead and turn on this car, so you guys get an idea of what it looks like when it is on. Again, let's go ahead and show you guys that camera just there in the back. You could also do the different angles, 2 different angles, right? Now, parking sensors right next to that, parking button, auto hold, and drive modes. You get up to 4 drive modes here as well in the Carnival. Show you guys that. Now, cup holders, very nice, big and deep. Shift lever, same kind of vicinity or the area of the shift lever. Wireless charging pad, personal little room here on the left of that wireless charging pad. USB-A plugins. All right, no USB-Cs. Would have liked to seen some USB-Cs. Some temperature controls here, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with your temperature controls, your touch-sensitive vent, and we could go ahead and shut that off. Right above that, your touch-sensitive buttons for the Navi. Let's go ahead and show you guys the 12.3-inch map, your media, your track seeking, and all that stuff. Start and engine stop button there on the left. And up top, you got the same tech or interface from the Telluride also in the Carnival, because this is Kia's tech that they're putting in on their cars. Let's go ahead and show you guys the setup, the vehicle, driving convenience, forward safety, lane safety, and all that good stuff here. Let's go ahead again and show you guys the navigation, or sorry, home and the map. Again, 12.3-inch screen, very nice. Okay, driver cockpit, you do not get the full digital. You have a 4-inch digital screen there in the center. But again, everything else is manual. Your needles and for your heating, and then your gas and all that stuff. On the left-hand side of the manual steering column, lane assist, traction control, and the lighting for your dashboard. Right under that, you get the sliding door controls, the lift gates, and you can turn on and off the power doors. Right, I wanted to mention that you have the hands-free option on the tailgate here on the EX as well. Door panel, control unit for your windows, and the control units for your electric side mirrors, but they are not automatic foldable here on the EX trim. The black piano gloss trim, very nice and rich feel. One cup holder down there with some more area. Electric controlled driver seating, all right? So remember, the only electric controlled seat in the Carnival, the EX trim, is the driver's seat. Up top, don't have the sunroof or any glass. Want you guys to pay attention to that, but that's going to be also with regards to trim and all that stuff. But we're showing you guys more of the car and the look like of the design inside the Carnival. Your soft yellow lighting inside the EX trim. Again, and we're pretty much done with this front side. Let's go ahead and show you guys second and third row. So second row seating inside the 24 Carnival, guys. You got the bench seat, 40%er, 20%er, and 40%er. What do I mean by that? You can control each one by itself with the manual lever here, armrest, and the backrest lever here. For the center seat, you can control that lever there, and then drop this armrest for cup holders and a pad there as well. Now, lifting this belt always gets stuck in there. But again, this seat itself goes all the way back. Now, I can't show you guys because I left the third row seats up, but this seat will go further back if those third row seats are tucked in like I showed you guys in the cargo area. That is also a very cool option. But what do we see in front of this bench seat? Mesh pockets, a hook there for hooking some stuff, USB-A plugins on the side of the seats, cup holders, and a 12-volt outlet with a cubby room there on the bottom. The doors, manual visors for the second row, right? And then also your switch for your window. You can open and close this door by the button here on the B-pillar and also just pulling this handle there, all right? Let's go ahead and stop it and close it again. O-snap handle on your B-pillar or to help you get in and out of the car. Up top as well. Vents on the right and left, right over the lap area. In between the vents, you got your soft yellow lighting, voice enhancement if you can't hear what's going on from the front and the back, and then the camera to see if Jack is fighting with Stacy. There on the right-hand side of the passenger side, you have your tri-zone climate control, and you can go through the temperatures, the airflow area, and your vent control. Now we're pretty much done with the second row. I want to show you guys what the third row looks like. So let's go ahead and move this seat forward from the manual and pop that. I'm going to jump in the third row and show you guys what it kind of looks like. Now remember, I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. But if we leave them in a moderate area, you are getting so much more room here on the Carnival than the Telluride. And the convenience of it, of how you get back here, the sliding doors is just phenomenal compared to the Telluride. Can you tell I'm a minivan fan? I don't have any kids though. But again, on to the right and the left of this bench seat, you have your USB-A plugins, your cup holders, and some pocket area with your third row manual visor, which is pretty cool. Now this window does look bigger on the outside, but it's smaller for the third row to where the Telluride, you feel like you get a bigger window there on the quarter panel area or the third row area. Now guys, you can control these seats from back here as well. Wanted to show you guys that. We can go ahead and remove this seat from here, okay? And then we could also pull this and move that seat forward if it's bothering you. You could also do that as well from back here on both seats and that belt. Now we're pretty much done with showing you guys the second and third row. But here's the MSRP stickers as promised. First to the Telluride, so you guys get an idea of what comes on this car and the price tag on top. And then the sticker for the Carnival, so you guys get an idea again of what comes on the car and the price tag on top. Keep watching our channel here at Vagabond Builds. We truly appreciate you guys. Hopefully we are helping you guys out. Thank you guys, and God bless you.